Time for a quick update on what has been happening over on Indiegogo for the last couple of days. So, in case you aren't aware, a couple of days ago, people started noticing that when they were backing, they were getting their backer number, but they weren't necessarily getting a email. They weren't getting confirmation. They would go into their contributions page in their account. Nothing was turning up. More worryingly, the creators were reporting that they weren't even seeing these contributions being made, and it seemed to be very haphazard. Some would go through, most weren't, most wouldn't. So they'd get these big jumps in numbers. They jump from backer number 48 to backer number 60 with nothing in between. Now it looks like that this has been solved. Shane Davis launched Inglorious Rex 2 yesterday, and I don't think there were any issues, maybe some minor issues with it, but we're getting reports here on Twitter. These are some of the people that alerted us to the issue in the first place. Here's Turtle Bear. He says, it does look like the transactions are starting to post. I did put an Indiegogo ticket also for full transparency, but when I woke up, both alternate comics that he ordered did show up. Ron says, hey, Reenie, John, Graham, and Mike, can you please check your campaigns to see if my contributions have come through? Finally got the email saying they went through, and now I see your contributions on the page. Here's Amanda. She says that she's finally received her confirmation for Pum's book yesterday afternoon backing. And now this morning, it's now showing up in my contributions. And also, she was backer number 1. Congratulations, Amanda, for Unconditional Shove. She's still waiting for last Thursday's BO War. But yeah, hopefully that will come in soon. So whatever the issue was, it seemed to be, I mean, obviously some kind of technical glitch. It was site-wide. There's some poor fellow ended up spending $12,000 on a battery pack or something unintentionally. But it seems to all be good. So I think it's the status is like thumbs up. You can go on back with confidence right now on Indiegogo. But that's not where the troubles end, unfortunately. The other lingering issue, if we scroll up here, is that Johnny Phantasm Extreme 93 is unfortunately the latest campaign to disappear from Indiegogo's search and explore section. Now, this comes after Graveyard Shift, Omega Storm, Inglorious Rex 2, Frog G, and Private American. There were others before them. There were other campaigns that this has happened sporadically to. They have managed to fix the issue for them. On some instances, it was a keyword that they shouldn't have had on there, weren't aware that they shouldn't have had on it. In other instances, it was images that were deemed to be too violent. They were taken down and the campaigns were restored. However, the problem is there seems to be no rhyme or reason to it now. We can't figure this out. We don't know what the issue is. Johnny Phantasm has been up and in demand for a while now, and now it's not. I mean, the campaign is still there. If you have the direct URL, you can find it, but that means you have to be following the person already. Go to their Twitter, find the link, click that, and then you'll be able to find it. If you go onto Indiegogo's site, it's like it doesn't exist. So as I said, these are some, it's a spread of really big campaigns to smaller ones here. These smaller guys like Frog G, they have a much lower social media footprint out there, so even less of a chance that people will be able to find the campaigns. And as I said, what we thought was, oh, well, you can't have kind of gratuitous depictions of females, even in a bikini. We saw that on Gemshock. Even if it's in a bikini, you have to cover that up. Any sort of gore, but even potentially violence, like something like this on Inglorious Rex. There's a bit of, she's punching him, there's a bit of blood coming out there. Is that too much? That's the thing. Like, we just don't know. And you can go to Indiegogo here. I can search for, let's look at Inglorious Rex, which just launched yesterday. I mean, it should be, and it's going crazy. Massive success, huge success. It's over $100,000 raised in under in under a day or about a day's time. I mean, it should be right here, and it's not. That is costing Shane and Yanzi money. 100%. 100% that their book is not being featured here from someone who backs a lot of comic book crowd funds. Like, that's my recommended section. But even if you go to explore comics, I mean, it's not there. It's not there. Omega Storm should be there too. Frog G should be there too. Private American, uh, Johnny Phantasm, Extreme 93. They won't appear here in the trending section. Doesn't matter how far down you scroll. Now, it doesn't just affect comics that are live, even my own one. Not quite the same. You can scroll down as long as you want. You will not find the Lucent Painted Death. I've reached out to Indiegogo on multiple occasions. The only response I received back is you need to contact someone else. I contacted that other email address. Haven't heard back from them. It's been going on for months. It just doesn't show up. And it's not like they can't. I mean, it's infinite scroll. They could add in an potentially infinite number of sign up pages here, but eventually you get down to view all trending and it goes back to non-comic related stuff. It's not in there. Luckily for me, though, I can actually still search Painted Death, so it's not what I would consider the effect. The end effect of it is not a shadow ban, so to speak, but still, it's, is this causing me not to get signups? I don't know, but the point is we all pay the same 5% fee once we're funding. We should all get the same service here. Now, this is a response from someone who has have their campaign taken out of search and explore section. This is a response. I've seen this now 3 times from 3 different creators who've sent this to me. It does seem like a boilerplate email. It says, "Thank you for your note. I've looked into your concern. I wanted to let you know that your issue requires assistance from our trust and safety team. I've escalated the ticket accordingly. We may or may not reach out again for further details from you. Thank you, advance your pay." I mean, why is the trust and safety team involved? I don't know. Is it are these issues that we're having with the search, is that because there's violations like we've seen previously, violence, gore, sex, whatever? Is there any way that we can find out how not to offend the trust and safety team? Or are the trust and safety team working as developers, fixing glitches? This is a glitch. Or is there something even more nefarious going on? I got a response from Chris Brayley, who's the editor over at Bleeding Full. He said something really poignant here. He said, Indiegogo should not be picking winners and losers. They're taking money out of the mouths of creators without telling them how to remedy it. We spent money on marketing, press releases, video, print, etc. And if anyone goes to Indiegogo to search it, the campaign is missing. Yeah, look, whatever the cause is, the end result is no different than a straight up old-fashioned shadow ban. And like I said, we're all paying the same fees. We should all be getting the same opportunity to trend on this site and be found. So yeah, I do hope that Indiegogo kind of pulls their finger out and starts actually responding with a bit more haste to these creators. This is costing money. Shane just launched. John has limited time left on his campaign. Frog G, Unhinged, Ink Spots, those guys don't have massive platforms, social media reach to get this book out there. They rely on foot traffic and being able to trend and stuff like that. Private American, I mean, this just seems to be par for the course for Mike and the gang over there. I don't know what's going on. They really need to fix this, and we need an explanation. But other than that, that's sort of the state of play. What's wrong with Johnny Phantasm? No one knows. That's the issue. All right, guys. Yeah. And if you know of another comic, especially if you know of a campaign that isn't Comicsgate related, please do let us know. It's starting to look like, well, is this is this something against us? Is this something against Comicsgate? I mean, I don't want to draw that line, but what's going on here? So if you guys know of a campaign that isn't in comics or CG related or whatever, that also isn't showing up in the searches, please do leave a comment in the comment section. Also, just leave a comment anyway. Helps these things get out there and spread. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, consider subscribing, consider becoming a member. You are helping to create brand new comics as we speak. I will see you on the next video. All right, until then, bye.